Okay, so we got an 8-minute EMOM next for some gymnastic strengthening. And we're gonna work on the dip shape or movement and the L-sit movement, or some form of midline work if you can't recreate or safely do the L-sit. So the dip, if you got rings, great, I'll talk about those options. And if you don't have rings, then I'll talk about some other options. So for the dip, sorry, I know you can't see my head. That's okay, you don't need that anyway. So you wanna make sure you bring the arms in super tight. You turn the thumbs out in the start position, and then you'll go down, keeping the elbows really tight, and then go back up, okay? So 30 seconds or 40 seconds of that, and then 20 seconds of rest, and then you'll transition to the L-sit. So you'll end up doing 4 rounds of dips, and then 4 rounds of midline L-sit or other movement work. So if you don't have dips without assistance, then we're gonna do toe assisted dips. So you'll have your toes on the ground, the tippiest of tip toes, and you're gonna dip down to the shoulders being below the elbows, and then press back up, staying on basically the nails of your feet in your soles of your shoes, not this sole. So if you don't have either of those options, then you'll need some sort of really sturdy, heavy table, or if you have a box for box jumps, you can use that box. And you're gonna do dips off of that. Right behind me, I have a bench. I'll show you that. So, harder version. First of all, make sure you're not here. We don't want to do dipping bridges or bridging dips. So keep your hips down, stay in hip flexion, and then start with your shoulders pushed down. So don't start here, okay? And then keep your shoulders down as you let your elbows bend, trying to get as low as you safely can go, and then back up. Making sure at no point do you ever let your shoulders touch your ears like that, okay? So make sure you keep your shoulders down throughout the dip movement. Now if that's too hard, bend the knees a little bit. Still keeping the butt close to your box or your bench or your table, whatever it is, okay? So same time domain, 40 seconds of work on this, and then 20 seconds of rest and transition to your midline work. So the L-sit, lots of different ways you can recreate that. If you have all the fun toys, you could do L-sits on the rings, still recreating that top of the dip shape, but just bringing the feet higher than your hands. And then you can also do it if you have a set of parallettes, do that over the ground. If you don't have those as options, then the next thing I want you to work on is a hollow hold. So I'll go over that here in a moment. And then the one after that would be a plank. Okay? So I'm gonna move the audience a little bit. Okay. So I'm gonna review the hollow hold scaling right now. So I start here. Arms and shoulders internally rotated, knees bent. The only thing on the ground is my low back. If I got this all day, 40 seconds. Okay, try to bring out one leg. Okay, that's easy. Bring out the other leg. Okay, one arm. Okay, other arm. Still just low back in the ground. Okay, so those are your options. Try those segmentally. And try them before you start the EMOM so you know where you should be at. If that's not safe for you, if you have rectus diastasis, something like that, then we'll work on a hollow bias plank. So you'll get into plank position, get that butt in that sweet spot, and then you're gonna just pull that rib cage down to the belly button a little bit, and you're gonna pinch your heels together, okay? If that's a little too hard, you can go to the knees and recreate the same thing like that. So 40 seconds of work there. And do a cool spin move and finish staring deeply into your eyes. Thanks for playing today.